Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel. As you can tell by the title, we're back with another book related video. So this one is, if you've watched this series or movie, then you should try this book. And I'm only going to talk about four ones in this video because I don't want to make it too long, but that's what I think is a good idea. We'll start with, I think there's actually 5, never mind, I've written them down. I don't have any of the books, I've got one of the books because as I said in my last book related video, pretty much all of my books like this are either on my Kindle or at my parents' house, which is technically my house when I don't live here at uni. And I don't like taking them all back and forth with me because it's not easy. So yes, so let's just get straight in with this video. So we're gonna start off strong, and I'll put them on the screen anyway. So if you've read, I don't know where my train of thought is. I'm trying to get through this because I really want to film this, but I also have uni work to do, and it's 4 o'clock and I have not done any today, which isn't really a surprise to anyone if you've watched any of my videos, but you know. So the first one is How to Get Away with Murder, and I actually haven't watched this. I think I've seen a few episodes, but the way my friend talks about it makes sense to link it with this book. So if you've watched that, I'd recommend One of Us is Lying by Karen McManus, I think is her name. It'll be on the screen. But I absolutely love this book. So this book is about 6 kids. I think it's about 5 or 6 kids that are in detention, and none of them really kind of know each other, so it's not really like, you know, they don't know each other, but one of them ends up dead and they have to try and figure out who did it. And it's the main subjects are the people that were in that room as well, because the day before he died, he planned to release secrets about those 5 people, and then it kind of like everyone's secret, but one of them has to be lying. I'm not going to go into any more detail because otherwise I'll spoil it, and I don't want to do that. So let's move on to the next one. So the next one is, if you've watched Riverdale, I would highly recommend you read the book This Lie Will Kill You. Can't remember who it's by, but it will be on the screen for you to look who wrote it. So this book is about a year ago, or set, and they talk about the year before someone died at a party, and these 5, I think it's 5 different teens played a part in the person dying, and they then are invited to a mansion with a reward. I can't remember what it is, if they compete in a contest. So they just think it's something like that, but then when they get there they realise that it's a trap, and they've been lured there by someone who really wants to get revenge on them. So that's kind of it, that's loosely it. I don't want to go into too much. So the next one is, if you've watched Outer Banks, I would definitely recommend you read We Were Liars. And I feel like I haven't actually really seen Outer Banks. I've seen a few episodes with my friends, but it gives me very much this kind of like the vibes of this book. So this book is about a rich family, and they have a private island, and the kids of the family, I think they're related, they're cousins, I can't remember. They then go to this island. So basically something happens on this island with all the family there. And I think it's then a couple years later or the summer after they go back. So basically this girl, what happens is she has an accident, and one of the rich people, she has a head injury, and she wants to go back the next time. It kind of just focuses around the lives of these liars. I don't think I'm very good at explaining, but I 100% recommend this book. Whether you've watched Outer Banks or not, I would recommend this book to anyone. I don't think I've ever cried harder at the end of a book. It was great. And I love that it, if you read the blurb or anything, it goes, read it, and if anyone asks you about the end, lie. The ending was completely a shock to me. I did not expect that ending at all. If you've seen it, if you've read it, you'll definitely know what I'm on about, but the ending was just, I don't think anyone expected that ending, to be honest. We've got, okay, so the next one is, if you've seen The 100, you should read The Children of Eden. I've just finished reading this series myself, so it's kind of fresh in my head, and I've loved this series anyway. So once again, I've only seen a few episodes of The 100, but I don't really stick to TV shows, but I'm a very avid reader, so here we are. So basically, The Children of Eden is about, there's this place called Eden, and it's after the eco fail of the world, and they built this little safe space, and there's a one child, it's basically a one child policy. You're not allowed, they're called second children, and this girl, she is a second child, and it's all about her trying to get out into the world, but they have to keep her hidden, and it just ends great. I don't think I ever really expect some endings with these books. Yeah, I didn't expect that ending, but I would definitely recommend Children of Eden if you've watched The 100. And the last book that I'm going to recommend in this video is, if you've seen Criminal Minds, I would definitely recommend you read A Good Girl's Guide to Murder. I read this book, I think this is one of the first young adult mysteries that I read, and absolutely fell in love with reading them. Okay, so this is about a girl that died 5 years ago in the storyline of the book, and the case has been closed. But there is one girl in particular that doesn't believe what is being said about this murder, and they arrested someone who they think did it, and everyone believes that, but she believes that didn't happen. So she decided to investigate it for a school project, and I think she did a podcast on it. I think that's what it is in the story. So as she's like researching it, she starts to uncover loads of secrets that people probably went to stay hidden, and there's no saying how far she will go to uncover the truth of what happened and who killed this innocent girl. I actually can't remember how this ended, but I know there's a second book to it, so I would definitely recommend A Good Girl's Guide to Murder if you've watched Criminal Minds. So this is this video of my book ones that I'm doing now every Wednesday, because I really want to get into book videos because I love watching them, so I thought, why not make them? Yeah, I need to tidy up now because the books will round me, the ones that I do have. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye.